Mucho.
Hello, welcome to See
Hello.
It All. Today we have Cindy back. She
Cindy.
didn't get scared
Hello.
away.
Woo!
uh, and positive feedback on the Romeo and Juliet. People have been liking it. It's been streaming really well. So good
Wow.
job on that.
Very good.
So keeping on Cindy's movie list, we are going to talk about
My
The
favorite movie. My
Outsiders.
favorite movie ever. Best movie ever made.
Wow. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. The
Wow.
Outsiders is by S.E. Hinton.
Hinton.
It's based on So it's based on 1967 come of age novel following a 14-year-old boy, Ponyboy Curtis Greaser, and a poor family navigating a violent rivalry with the Sox, wealthy kids in 1960s Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Can I correct you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Sosh-iz. It's
Huh?
Sosh-iz. It's short for socials.
Oh, socials.
Sosh-iz. So they're Sosh-iz. Yeah.
Okay. Cindy
just-
said.
Cut that out, but I don't want you to be saying socks the whole time.
I will.
So they're pronounced
No.
Sosh-iz. Short for social.
Yes, we got
Social,
it.
yeah,
The
good enough.
socials and the
A fatal altercation. A Ponyboy and his friend Johnny Hideout face tragedy and learn to understand life beyond the gang. Now, gonna get me winded here. There's a lot of famous people in this movie.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got we got
Before they
Matt
were
Dillon.
famous.
Yes, before. Matt Dillon, Ralph, what's his last name?
Macchio,
is it
Ralph Macchio.
Macchio. Yeah, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez, Diane Lane. Is it Leif Garrett or Leif Garrett?
Leif Garrett. Leif Garrett.
Yeah, Leif
I
Garrett,
actually don't know who. I mean, yeah, he was famous back then. See Thomas
Yeah,
Howell?
that's when he was young. He was, I think, in his either early 20s or something, because they were all about 18, 19, except for Patrick Swayze, who was 29 for playing a 20-year-old. But yeah.
He was 29. I didn't know that.
Oh, he looked old, girl. What are you talking about?
He didn't look 29. I mean, to me, he looked young.
He looked 30.
Yeah.
So, little fun facts about this movie. What's it called? Tom Cruise actually got the script for Risky Business during the filming of this movie, and he asked Diane Lane to be the co-star, but her parents said, "No, I don't want you to play a prostitute," which I get. You know. That whole the fountain scene, they reenacted that scene at the hotel just to play around, and the hotel removed their fountain because it was too dangerous.
Oh.
A few weeks later, yeah.
God.
The director, Francis Ford Coppola, actually separated them. So how do you say it? Not the socks, but the what?
The Sosh-iz and the greasers.
Sosh-iz. Yeah,
And the
he had
greasers.
the Sosh-iz in a VIP suite, and he had the greasers in the first floor crummy
I didn't know that.
hotel. So he wanted them to feel like, how separated they are in social classes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then
Smart.
in a quick, and you'll miss it scene, you will see the writer. She was in the movie. She was the nurse that was taking care of Matt Dillon's character when he was in the hospital. She was there really quick, but that was the writer. And I think it was Francis Ford Coppola's daughter
Niece?
that read the book. Or is it niece?
Was it the niece or the daughter?
I'm not too sure.
Sophia Coppola.
No. The niece read the book in school, and then she wanted to watch the movie with her friends, and he was so embarrassed because this movie got so much hate because the way it got cut, a lot of scenes are missing and a lot of character developments missing. So he then re-released the director's cut, which is more faithful to the book. So he was really proud of that one. That's what he wanted her to see because studios got in and just edited this movie down to 90 minutes, and it took a lot of the movie out. And we were really upset about that. And a lot of people were upset about that.
Yeah.
You missed a lot. Like, I didn't know, like, Ponyboy had a girlfriend that was pregnant. and she
No,
was
Oh,
she moved to
my.
Florida, wasn't that? And then he was writing a letter to her, and
that's Soda Pop, his brother, Ponyboy's
oh,
brother. Yeah.
Soda Pop, Pretty Boy. I can't get you up, man. Can't you up. My bad. But yeah, so there's a lot of a lot of
Missing.
stuff we missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the director's cut,
Mhm.
so I only watched the one on what do you call it? Whatever it's on free TV. So that's what I watched.
Mm.
So let's
I
start
guess I'll have to
out.
buy the director's cut because I don't think I've seen that either.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know
Okay.
whatever it was that I have. Like I have
Mm.
multiple formats: book, DVD, YouTube, whatever I bought on YouTube. I'll have to
So
get
the
the
first
director's cut.
question that I asked last time is, who would you recast in this movie?
Yeah, that's a lot of.
It is the most perfectly casted movie. You cannot touch it.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
golden. This is
Very.
like, I mean, this is before everybody was famous. And okay, aside from the fact that, yeah, you know, growing up in the 80s, these were all my crushes and stuff. I think their acting was really like perfect. I mean, who's gonna be better looking than Rob Lowe playing Soda Pop? All the girls love him, even in the book. I mean, you know, the girls all think he's really cute. Patrick Swayze with his muscles. Tom Cruise, he did good, but he wasn't memorable. So maybe him. I mean, it is Tom Cruise,
Whoa.
but he didn't have a
Wow.
role. He didn't have a role that was like integral to the book. You know, it was like anybody could have played him. He played it well. I'm not saying he didn't play it well.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you know, like you can replace him if anybody. I thought Emilio Estevez was great as Two-Bit. He's, you know, wisecracking funny guy
Yeah.
and he was good, but the other was the way they look was like me reading the book was like how they were. Ralph Macchio as Johnny, like little lost, you know, kicked puppy dog. He had all that, the big eyes, the kind of like, right? I don't, and Cherry Valance, Diane Lane, perfect. So
How about
that's
you,
a
bro? How about you?
no recast from me.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not familiar with. Actually, until you mentioned some of the names, I didn't realize it was them younger. Wow,
Yeah.
really? Whoa.
I mean, Rob
So
Lowe
yeah, I
is
can't really.
probably the prettiest human being, and like no one
Kind of
could have
embarrassed.
played. Yeah, he's
Kind of embarrassed to say I didn't know who Tom Cruise was in that movie. Actually,
oh yeah.
who was he? No,
He was like
I didn't even
crazy
notice.
guy.
Steve.
Yeah.
And then who else?
Steve
Let's see,
Randall.
Matt Dillon. I mean, I thought he was really good because I like that they didn't cast someone who's tough because his character is tough. But the way he played it, I thought he had a toughness to him that's like a learned toughness, not an innate toughness, because his face is kind of soft and feminine, right? But I thought
Huh.
that kind of
It does.
showcased his kind of sensitive side because he really loves Johnny. And so
Mhm.
if you
Yeah,
had someone that is like who? Like who's tough? I don't know. Val Kilmer? No, I don't know.
May he
Who's a
rest in
tough
peace.
guy?
Yeah.
Jason Statham. Statham? Is that how you pronounce his name? Like
Jason,
if he
yeah,
played,
Jason Statham.
you know, it wouldn't fit because he's a toughie. So I like
Yeah,
that Matt Dillon has a little bit of softness in him.
I
Perfectly
agree too. Yeah.
casted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the main actor, what's his name? Ponyboy. I don't think
What?
I think he wasn't that good to me. Like he was
What?
emotionally.
Oh my gosh.
Again, I felt like everybody outacted him. Like he was like a central piece, but I felt like he was just not. I don't know. I couldn't emotionally invest that. I couldn't, but like I think what's his name? Ralph or
Ralph
Johnny.
Macchio.
I think
Mhm.
Johnny, he did a really good job. I
Mhm.
think he carried a lot of the scenes with what's the name? Ponyboy.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna disagree. I see where you're coming from, but I'm gonna disagree because of this. I think because of the fact that he's the one telling the story, that he kind of needed to take a step back and be a little bit not as in your face. Whereas Dally and Johnny were more like this story, who's memorable? Dally's memorable. Johnny is memorable, right? But those are the two that died. And it's like, the narrator is not the important person here. Like his surroundings are important. So I kind of like that he's blending into the background a little bit. He plays it a little bit quieter, softer. And I like that. Like he didn't overshadow the emotions that you get from Johnny and from Dally.
Like, I don't know, like that whole the scene with him getting the Mustang and has a conversation with Leif Garrett.
Mhm.
To me, that scene didn't make any sense at all. Like I know they were trying to convey like it's dumb that they're gonna go to have this rumble and it shouldn't be like this, but I didn't get that sense. To me, it was just like, yeah, That's what I got up. Like, okay, nobody did anything. It was like there was a waste of my time scene when I was like, okay, I get it. You guys don't want to do the rumble, but it's gonna happen, and you guys didn't. What was the whole point? Like,
Um,
like it didn't make me feel bad for both of them. That's what I'm saying. Like they were just like, eh. I was more excited watching Emilio Estevez uh pick on the guys' shoes and their stuff. Like there was more emotion going on there, more
yeah.
fun stuff happening. Like I was more invested in them instead of just the two in the car. Like their acting was just too stiff, or it wasn't like it didn't bring me in to feel bad for both of them. Like it was supposed to. So that's what I
I
mean.
don't think
Like
that you're supposed to feel bad. I think that so in the book, I mean that's exactly what happens in the book too, but I think it's because he's the narrator. He's the one telling the story, so it's like he's just telling it matter of factly like this is what's going on and do you want him to get all emotional? I mean, I don't know. Like
Well, they're having a kind of a truce and they have a private conversation in the car. So to me, it's like if you're gonna have this private conversation between these two, we're gonna go into a rumble
mhm.
and they both think it's dumb. Like, I feel like there should be something where you know, like
But
You want to
the thing is, Ponyboy is not invested in it. He's not a true greaser. He's like, he's smart. He's introspective. He's kind of the sweet one in the gang. So he's not going to be like, yeah, let's do it. We need to win.
Yeah, I know you wanted more. Hey, come on, let's
Yeah,
go.
but he's not. He's not. He's doing
Yeah.
it because he's part of the gang, but he's not really like that. Like that family is not tough. They're not a
what are you
Yeah.
tough
talking about?
family.
Patrick Swayze? Patrick
No, no,
Swayze
no.
is like ready
He's
to throw
not.
down,
No, he's
and
not a
Lowe is ready
toughie.
to
Like
throw
there's
down.
a whole there's a whole scene where they said like if he wasn't related to them, if he didn't have to take care of them, he would be part of the Sosh-iz even though he's poor. Cuz he's a jock.
Oh yeah,
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 so
yeah,
they're not greasers
yeah.
like the way Dallas and Two Bit are. They're
Yeah.
like good kids from a good family. They just happen to be super poor. And to your introduction of like, this is about rival gangs. To me, the reason why this resonates with me is not about gangs. It's
It's not
about
I thought about again, I didn't no, it's about social class, the poor versus the rich, and they're just teenagers living that where they have to hate each other.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
So it's more
yeah.
about like how we're just born into these systems and how we're actually the same. And yeah, anyways. So just to that, I'm saying like the parents were good parents, obviously. It's not like Johnny's parents.
So, what is a scene that you're like, "Wait, what?" That made no sense to you in this movie?
That's a joke question. Everything made sense to me. Okay,
I
sorry.
don't know about wait
Sorry.
what question, but
I'm gonna take it here. This
What?
always bothered me. No, I mean you can take it too, but I need to say this. I need to say this. Oh my god, you guys, this is my favorite book and favorite movie. The part
I know.
where they run into the house. You remember that? When they go into the church. Sorry, not the house, the church, to get the boys. The fact that that man just stood there. Like he didn't try to help. And I realized like, yeah, who's it that says like he didn't go in to help, he's too fat? But like he could have
Yeah, that's
stood
Ralph
by the
Macchio, yeah.
window and helped. He could have helped put out the fire. I mean, every second mattered. And because he didn't help, Johnny couldn't get out in time.
So, I have to agree with you on that scene also, was that Matt Dillon, he just went and punched the
Right.
wood through the church, and then he just
Yeah.
started grabbing kids, and then he went and met up with them. I was like, why didn't he just do that in the beginning? Why is he sending like it made no sense. Like he just grabbed the kids, and then while he's saving those kids, the other two are deeper in the fire. But then he goes and he breaks the window or the wood and
Mhm.
grabs the kids as they hand him that, and they both could have jumped out and not. I felt like Ralph Macchio's character just waiting there, like ooh, 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 and then he gets hit by the
Well,
end.
maybe because he was making sure that there's no more kids.
But they didn't need to. Like he could have just been like, okay, there's no more. Like he could have let them fly.
Okay, we're good. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you,
That's
bro?
funny. For me, it was just random scene where they were in the convertible and he was eating food, and then this little kids come and ask for money.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Yeah. That
Was that in the
close.
book?
I did
Matt,
not
that's the
remember that
question.
being in the book. I don't
Yeah,
remember
that was
that, but
random.
that is his I don't know if it's his daughter or his niece. That's
Yeah,
Sofia
I
Coppola.
couldn't tell either. Oh,
No,
well,
I mean
Maybe
it's
that's the
Sofia
one that was
Coppola,
supposed to
but
read the
I
book.
don't know. I don't know their relationship. I don't remember. I used to remember. I don't remember anymore.
Well,
so they
his
are.
daughter
She's a
did the
director
music.
now, or has been.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's.
wow.
Do you know Nicolas Cage is also his related to Francis Ford Coppola?
Yes, that's why he changed his name so he wouldn't get his roles handed
Oh,
to him.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. Anyway,
The
that was
other
it for
actually,
me.
he actually auditioned for this movie, but he was acting was too much, so he
Yeah.
didn't get it.
Too
Nicolas
much or,
Cage? Yeah.
or too weird.
Yeah, weird. I was like,
Weird.
yes. But anyway, that was
Um,
it for me. That was random for me about
Yeah.
the money dying thing. I was like, what the hell? But other than that, yeah, like you said, it was pretty good, well made. No
and
others.
then what is your favorite line in this movie that was either powerful, funny, or unexpected?
Stay
Well,
gold.
yeah, what's up with that? What does
Stay
that
gold,
mean?
Ponyboy. I mean that's. And then
The word blade for me, blade, you know, you got your blade. What's your weapon of choice? Blade.
What?
Talk about the knife at the beginning. Blade.
Yeah.
They're always using the word blade.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, there
That
were
was-
several, but like I think the theme of the movie is kind of like staying pure, staying gold, like no matter what else is going on in life, that you need to just kind of like find the good, the because everything in the beginning, I think staying gold is staying young. When we're young, everything is new and good, like we're not tainted yet. So that's really powerful. The other powerful one is, when they're talking about sunsets, like they see the same sunsets, right? Do you remember that scene with Cherry and Ponyboy? That's really
Yeah.
powerful. That's a really powerful message. And even the one where he's like, it's rough all over. So, rich, poor doesn't matter.
I like that the line where they were talking about Daryl. He was getting ready for the Rumble, and one of his
Really?
brothers like,
I know
he
it.
loves to fight. He's like, he only likes the Rumble because he wants to show off his muscles.
Out of all that, I thought they do it for Johnny. We gotta do it for Johnny.
Johnny was weak, man.
You should not be like, yeah, this is so not your
Johnny
movie.
was man up.
No, it's not Rich's movie. You can already tell. Yeah, but for me, it was towards the end that when Johnny was ready to die, when he was saying that he wanted to die for the longest time, but he has a lot to live for. So he was very emotional. For me, that was one of the best lines towards the end. Very sad. but,
Very sad.
Very sad.
Every time I
but-
watch it, that scene gets me every time.
Yeah, that scene was really sad. Yeah, but that was one of my favorite lines.
Yeah.
The story said it perfect. Everything. Yeah.
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 It's so good.
Mhm.
And then
So,
the
going back-
acceptance of that. And I just want to like say a little something about the directing here. Is it called directing? When Ponyboy is reading the letter and there's Johnny kind of like talking to him, I thought that was
Yeah,
so
okay.
beautifully done. Like he's because people do it as a voiceover or whatever, right? But the fact that he's kind of got like this little montage of Johnny and then Dallas over here, like tell Dallas to watch a sunset, all that whole it was so beautifully done.
It's interesting you brought that up. Yeah, I was, because one of the questions is, will you change that ending? And I was debating on that too. Was that beautifully done with the montage?
I loved
Or would it
it.
have been different? Or would have
Yeah.
been different? I was just thinking to myself, would have been different without his face on there. But actually, that was pretty good. It actually
Yeah.
clicked with, like you said.
Yeah.
It was,
'Cause,
it took me a while to get used
like,
to it, but yeah.
I love reading and, you're kind of in your own imagination and how you see the movie or how you see scenes playing out. And, some things like in a movie, you just watch it. And this movie was pretty true to the book. I mean, I think it's one of the best adaptations, but that scene, I like the movie better than the book because he just did it. It was just so beautifully done.
All right. And then, is there any plot holes in the movie? Not the book. The
Sorry.
movie.
It's kind of like- I get mixed up.
I couldn't think of.
Yeah, I really didn't. The only scene that I was telling Cindy about last night is that I was trying to figure out is when Dylan was walking around collecting money, and then there's Steve getting upset that he has to pay the money. I didn't understand he was collecting for their protection, but if they're protection, they're still gang members or they're still like friends. Like I didn't get that.
Okay,
But
so
I guess
you read the scene
Cindy's
wrong.
gonna make me watch the movie again.
You read the scene wrong. They're just walking
Yeah.
around causing chaos before they go to the movies. They go and visit his brother at the gas station. I am pretty sure it's Ponyboy who says he doesn't have any money, and then Dallas is like trying to like get the windshield wiper from Steve or whatever, the windshield stripper. I don't know what it is, something the wipers, and then I think it's Steve who says just give him the money, meaning giving money to Ponyboy because he didn't have any money.
But did he give the money to Pony? He didn't give
Oh,
the
I'm sure.
money to
I don't know. I mean, he probably had
Ponyboy.
to. It's his brother. Because how else would he get money? But it wasn't.
I'll have to look at.
He wasn't walking around collecting money. They were just causing chaos. They were just being troublemakers. Yeah. No, that's like
Easy enough.
I didn't know what scene you're referring to. Those are that's his family. Those are
Yeah, that's what I was like,
their
yeah,
friend.
okay.
Yeah, and if they do, then it's joking around. Like when he was asking for his knife. So I don't know if you guys know that knife is 2 bits like treasure. So the fact that he
No, I
gave it
didn't know that.
up to Dallas was like it was a huge deal. Like, give me your knife, and yeah, they made a big deal out of the knife in the book.
And
The
then
blade.
it's not really a plot hole, but I don't know what it is. But the intro of this movie with the music and the color and the scheme of the intro and as outsiders and introducing does not match the movie tone. Like it just felt different, like it was a Stevie Wonder's song that he's playing that's all like very emotional and very and then the background you got the 1950s, 1960s, like abandoned like area, and then you go to the start of the movie and it's not what you expect. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like plot hole or not, but it's interesting to me like how we transition from that to that. Like it was just it wasn't I wasn't expecting that from the movie. Like watching the movie and
Yeah.
then watching the beginning is two separate things to me. It's like weird.
I agree with that. I think though that maybe he was trying to do like how so it's the same thing in the book. The book starts off with him, or the ending starts off with him writing the book. So basically, he's at the end writing the book, and I think the at first when I watched it, I was like, I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, and I thought, I'm like, wait, is this the ending? Because it sounds like it's the ending.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
It-
trying to figure
yeah.
it out. Okay.
I think that might just be like a technique just to kind of like circle back to, like beginnings and endings, making it like a full circle.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It
okay.
was weird. I agree with that. It's kind of like a jolt.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you were stuck in this movie, not the book, in this movie, who would you be and would you be able to survive the rumble?
I would be soda pop because I would just look at my face all day in the mirror.
You wouldn't be what's her name?
Cherry?
The redhead?
I mean, of course, I would
Cherry,
rather be
yeah.
Cherry because
Cherry,
she's
yeah,
rich.
Cherry.
I mean, realistically, why would you ever pick but I'm just gonna say if I had to pick out of all the characters, I would be Ponyboy. I feel like he's really he's soft and he's like sweet. He's just not like tainted by the greaser life. And he's really into
You can
books.
tell that because he talks in poetry at the end.
Yeah,
of
I
the
love that. So that's so
poem.
me. Like that would be me. That's just yeah.
What about you, bro?
I would be, even though I look, well, you know me, bro. I would look serious and everything, but I still like to be goofy and joking around. So I'll probably be Emilio Estevez, or
Two-bit.
joking around.
Yeah.
Especially when those two were in the car talking, and he was out to mess around with those guys about, how they were
Yeah.
dressed,
Yeah.
So, start making all these cracking jokes. I'll probably do the same thing. I'll be just, whatever, just have fun with these guys.
Yeah.
So, but I survive? No, I'll probably get my butt kicked with those guys. But, but no, I like that character. He was pretty good. And
I would be
having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like the whole movie. You see
Yeah.
him; he's just having a good time.
Yeah.
And of course, the Mickey Mouse shirt that cracked me up too.
Yeah.
This
He loves
big guy,
Mickey
tough
Mouse.
guy wearing that Mickey Mouse shirt. I'm like, okay.
I love his line where he's like, if his mom ever saw him clean, she would have a heart attack.
Yeah, I know.
It's so funny. How about you, Richard?
I'll be Bob, the Leif Garrett character. Yeah, just
Wow.
cruising in that Mustang, ready to fight some
jeez.
greasers.
And get killed? And get killed in the end, or not even in the end, get killed like
I'll take
fourth,
it.
I'll
I
take
wouldn't
it.
survive.
into
I
it.
wouldn't survive.
Be a total jerk.
That's
Hey,
funny.
A
the newspaper would
total
say I was innocent and
entitled jerk who thinks he can go
No,
I never
around.
thought about you doing that, but okay.
That's my character. He did a good job.
Okay.
Made me love him.
That's funny.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you cue this movie or would you screw it? Dumb question. I already know,
Oh
but
God,
it's
you
only
need to ask.
bro.
I would
Yeah, no.
cue it. Yay!
It's interesting. It's interesting because I never seen this movie before this, but I have seen it occasionally when I'm, flipping through channels. And then towards the scene where they're dyeing their hair, or he dyed his hair blonde, I remember watching that on TV and thinking to myself, this actually looks pretty good. What is this? And then my wife, she's seen it. She told me, oh, yeah, it's good. You should see it. Anyway, so I'm glad I saw it. And yeah, very good movie. And it's not what I expected when I saw the, two gangsters gonna do this and that, but it's actually not really about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
It's
was
so
good. It
simple
was
though,
not
right? It's like it's such a
simple.
simple
Yeah, very
movie, but
simple.
it's so
Right,
meaningful.
right. Yeah.
It's just it
So
says so much without like having to say too much,
yeah.
without telling us too much about it. I don't know.
So I
Man.
definitely, actually, I
And-
probably would buy that movie. It was well worth watching again too.
Yeah. Buy the book
Yeah.
too. The book too. The book is great.
I wanna watch-
I'll do the book. Yeah.
I
wanna watch
think
the
she
director's
wrote
cut.
this when she was 16, 15, 16, Richard? Did you
14.
do? No, she wrote it
Just
when she
14.
was 14? I mean,
Wow.
to be
Damn.
that aware of society, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And to be able to put that into words, it's
All of the Americans' personalities. Wow. That's really good. Yeah.
yeah, like I
Wow.
could never do that. That's more than just saying social class. That's like it's about, human nature. It's about, it's like even just within the family, you can see the greasers that are softer and like more loved versus the ones that aren't, versus the ones that are alone, versus the
Yeah.
ones that are like just like two-bit. I mean, he's got a great mom who loves him, but like he's out and about just like causing trouble still.
I would cue this movie, but I would want to watch the director's cut because the original movie they took out 30 minutes of it. So
That's a
what we
lot.
saw, yeah,
Wow.
they took out. So they are adding 30 extra more minutes, or 20 to 30 more minutes onto it. So there's more that we missed.
All
I
right, let's
think
have a movie night. We'll watch the director's cut.
Yeah, I
I'll
wouldn't
do
mind.
it.
I want to see.
That's
Maybe
good.
they're not little wimpy boys.
Yeah, it'll probably be. I mean, the book is. I mean, the movie, this cut, whatever theatrical release, is pretty close to the book. I mean, I would say. I mean, maybe there's more add-ons, but as far as like everything else, they didn't change much. The poetry was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So,
scenes, all the sunset
Cindy,
scenes were there.
what was your favorite scene? We talked about the scene stealers, and then we talked about what you didn't like. But so, what is your favorite scene in that whole movie?
There's so many. That's so hard. It's so hard.
I can
Probably
start.
the
I can
church
start.
scene where they're reciting the poem. Nature's first green is gold. Her heart is he told. I won't recite it. I know it. But the one by
I
Stay
thought they
Gold
were
by Robert.
watching I thought they were watching the sunrise when he said
The
that.
sun, was it sunrise or sunset? Sunrise? Yeah, at the church.
Sunrise. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they woke up early.
Yeah. That scene is really beautiful. So for me, it's probably just the juxtaposition of the the sunset with the poetry. I think that was really beautiful. But the most memorable scene, I think, is when Johnny dies.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah, I
breaks my
think so too.
heart. That just I cry every single time. Done so well. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many memories. The one where he's meeting
Yeah, there's a
Cherry.
lot. Just one.
I can't. Okay, come back to me. I'll take it. We'll go back.
Bro, you're
No,
up.
no, no. I'll just go back to the church scene. That's a really good
funny.
scene.
That's I guess the fountain scene, that I like that, even though
Yeah.
it's
What?
terrible.
Chill.
I know it's terrible way to say it, like stabbing, but
Yes.
I thought that was pretty well made. Again, not because somebody died, but just the way. Didn't make a big deal about it in a way, like didn't go into details about, rated or whatever.
And then it
just
turned
happened.
red, and then
Yeah, it
someone
turned
died.
red.
And
Yeah,
then, because you guys
exactly.
didn't
I
know the
like the
story,
way.
did you think that it was Ponyboy that died?
Yeah, probably at the time. Yeah, probably.
Oh no, why
Right?
would we?
The fountain
No.
scene where he is that what we're talking about? The fountain scene where
Yeah.
he dunks his head
Yeah, I
in.
wouldn't. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
never thought he would die. I wouldn't. From the way it was filmed, it looked like he was gonna get rescued, but when Johnny took out the knife, you're like, oh, it's going down. Like, how do
Well,
you?
anyway, the point for me, I like the way it was set up and the whole,
Yeah,
seeing the
I was.
blood.
I think that's my favorite scene too. The way it was set up,
Yeah.
and then cut to
Cut,
the aftermath,
right.
and
I even
then
went back
Johnny.
and like, did I miss something? I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was well done.
And
Yeah.
Johnny did a really good job about emotionally, telling you what he went through and how it happened and everything. So I think that's my favorite scene too. So,
Yeah.
all right. So there was a lot of cameos and a lot of chaos. Do you guys have a favorite cameo in this movie at all? I mean, a lot of the cameos were just like really quick, like Tom Cruise, which Cindy didn't like in this movie.
I mean, that's a
Even
cameo. I don't know.
Lowe.
Is that considered a cameo? He's a character in there.
Yeah, but
Like he's an
I don't
actual
know.
character. No, I love Tom Cruise in this. I love everybody in this. I'm just saying, like he's not.
That's true.
He's not.
Yeah, I
memorable.
can't think of anything either.
Okay. So, is this movie overrated, underrated, or is it exactly where it belongs?
Underrated. Should be.
Why?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, how old is that movie? I was like, wow. Yeah.
I think it's
underrated.
a
Yeah, I
classic.
agree.
I mean, it's
It's a
so well
classic, yeah.
done. I don't.
Yeah.
I just think it's so well done without the big like Hollywood whatever, I don't know, fanfare, right? Like it's not this Titanic movie. It's just this tiny little movie that is just so well done with the directing, the acting, the cinematography, all of it. Like I wouldn't change a thing. I think it should have been bigger, but I'm partial to the writing, the book. So I don't know. Maybe that's why. But I think it should be bigger.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Well,
Okay.
now I'm curious too, like you said, Richard, about seeing the director's cut, see, more of the story. But I think what I saw originally was enough well made. I never read the book, but yeah. And yeah, I like how a lot of the scenes were overdone and just moved on.
Are
So,
his other
yeah.
movies, do you guys know the director well? Are his other movies
Yeah.
like that?
No. No, I don't.
Yeah. I don't know what I've seen. What movies has he done? I haven't done any
The
research on.
Godfather 1, 2, 3.
Huh?
Which one?
The Godfather.
Oh, The
He
Godfather.
did
that's
The
right,
Godfather?
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola.
I didn't-
Yeah. I never saw those movies. Maybe
I
we did
didn't.
as a time. I didn't either. Yeah, I'm not right. Yeah. Maybe I fell asleep. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, underrated. I agree. Yes, should be watched. Should be, no matter what.
And then he did the famous one, Apocalypse Now. So he
Never
did
saw that.
one.
Never saw that either.
Rainmaker.
What else?
Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh yeah, saw that. Okay, yes, I remember he did that. Yeah, I
That's
feel
so
like this-
many.
maybe. I mean, I know that he did a lot of movies. I just can't remember, what he's done. But I think this movie was just the way he made it. It was just soft and beautiful, and this quiet movie that spoke volumes. And I love that it was like that, and not this, not bigger. Not like this big announcement of like this is,
Right.
how life is and it's tough, and this is just like a short, beautiful poem.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think this movie is underrated also. I've never heard of this movie until Cindy brought it up.
What?
And Amanda, I'm like, what the heck is this thing?
We're gonna
Yeah,
watch
I never
it.
think the movie.
Even
was
the
wondering about
intro
that.
where it says the outsiders and is passing by, I'm like, this looks awful.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
really so, but it's a good watch. I want to see the director's cut. I think Ralph, what's his name,
Machio.
Machio, yeah, he did a really good acting job here. I love that in the movie they explain to you why he's so quiet. You know, he got beat up and he's
Yeah.
got the scars and he's just to himself. And you understand why he does everything that he does. You know,
Mhm.
so I think that's why I like his character a lot. Johnny Boy, or is it Johnny Boy or Pony Boy? No, Pony Boy. I wasn't a
Pony
fan.
Boy.
I wasn't a fan of his acting, but it was still a really good movie, and I can't wait to look at the director's cut of this movie. And then, any final words before we leave?
Stay gold. Stay gold.
Hey,
All
gold.
Watch
right.
Yeah,
those
that's
sunsets.
The
Yes,
poetry.
yes, poetry. Watch those sunsets. Yes, and bologna sandwiches. Yes,
Oh
right
God,
there.
no.
Yeah, the bologna
4 days of bologna sandwiches. Are you hungry? Yes, I love that.
Wait, so out of say 1 to out of does this make your top 20 movies at all?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah, it's
Yeah?
like I said, never heard of it
I'll have to
until
think about that.
What about you, Richard? What?
You'll
I have
think
to think
about it. He
about
said.
it.
Oh, you know, got to get to that poetry. You know, all that sensitivity.
Yeah.
And then,
So yes.
yeah, last thing. If you guys ever watch RoboCop 2, there's this kid. You can look him up and Google him.
I
His
saw
name
it
is
with you.
Gabriel Damon. He's Hob. That kid reminded me of the main actor from The Outsiders. So I
Yeah.
was so lost. I was like, how is he playing these two different characters in different time eras? But yeah, they look the same to me.
Well, C.
But
Thomas Howell
I
was
don't-
huge in the 80s. He had so many movies. He's
Yeah.
good. He's okay, he's not, I wouldn't say he's on par with Tom Cruise. But he's
Nobody
good.
is.
And I thought that I disagree with you. I thought he played this role so well. But he's like typical 80s actor though. Like I wouldn't say he's like Academy Awards anything, but he's good. I thought he was good.
Yeah, good choice. Good movie. Good, very good.
Thank
And
you.
with that, we'll see you next week.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Stay
Bye.
gold.